Thank you. As I am the last speaker, please don't take it. Thank you, thank you. As I am the last speaker, please don't take it that I'm at the back of the bus, so don't vote me at the bottom, right? Keep me on there. Thank you very much, a great pleasure, and thank you, Kao, for doing this. Kai for this evening. I'm very happy to join my colleagues out here today, great candidates. They have made this speech. I am, as you know, the longest serving Conservative Member of Parliament. 20 years. I come with experience. I am the longest serving Parliamentary Secretary of Foreign Affairs. I come with experience. And folks, I'm very happy to know that everybody wants to be the head of the government. But I've already acted as the head of the government when I went 6 times to the Pacific Forum, when I represented Canada as the head at the Commonwealth Heads of Conference. All of this great experience brings knowledge and experience in the forefront. Most importantly, just I'll divert for a second here, because there are a lot of people from Asia here. Yes, I was Parliament Secretary and I had lots to do with building relations with China. I've been there 4 times, government to government, in building a strong partnership with the Chinese, with Hong Kong. You know what is very interesting in Hong Kong is that when I went to Hong Kong and when I met the chief executive, 3 of the ministers of the Hong Kong government were former Canadians. Like 3 of them. When I went to Taiwan, 2 of them were former Canadians. And I'm sure very soon in the People's Republic of China, we'll have another Canadian in that government too. But this is the strength of our country, and this is the strength you all bring by being Canadian citizens and by making this your home. The Chinese community is very vibrant. But before, so I have been in the Conservative movement for 20 years. From the time this Conservative movement split during the early days between the East and the West, the Reform Party, if you remember. And let me tell you, at that given time, we had the task to make it a big blue tent. And as Michael said, to bring in the new Canadians and bring it a broader tent. Guess what? Who did I first work with? With Kautai. About 10, 15 years ago, he and I were together working to build this a big blue tent. And we were successful in doing that. All of it. Everybody worked very hard in building this big blue tent. And we all know in 2011 we won the election. Right. And then in 2015 we lost the election. Right. Because we had started shrinking the big blue tent. Right. We were not reaching out to the new Canadians, we were not reaching out to the young millennials, we were not reaching out to people that would feel they were comfortable in our party. And so they left, and they went to the Liberal Party, as you can see. Right now, you remind them that you and I worked together.
Yes.
Right?
2006.
2007. Right? He and I worked together in building this big tent. Right? So what do I bring to the table? And why should you vote for Deepak? Deepak brings experience, brings 20 years in the Parliament of Canada, elected 7 times as a Conservative member. In my riding, which is as diverse as it is here in Markham, I have Chinese, I have Vietnamese, Filipinos, I have Muslims, yet as the Conservative member, I win the trust, which is why I have got elected 7 times. That is why you need to bring that trust to the people, so the people say, yes, this is the party I want. Now, I'm running for the PC party, and I hope you're successful. We'll come to help you out. You need people like him. He was there before. So what is that attracts Conservatives? You know what attracts Conservatives? You know, the respect we give to the taxpayers all the time. We want to make sure your money is well spent. In the 10 years that we were in the government, we ensured that your money was accountable. When I was in Libya before Gaddafi got kicked out, they said to me, you know, other countries give us money and don't ask us questions. Why do you in Canada give us money and ask so many questions? And I said, because those are taxpayers' dollars. I have to account for that money to the taxpayers, others don't. See? The main point is that during the Conservative time, in 2008 recession, when I went around the world as parliamentary secretary, by the way, I was the longest air miles, not longest, the airplane points, because I traveled so many times. People would ask me this question: why is Canada not in a recession? Why did Canada not bail out the other banks like they did in other part of the world, in Europe, America? It's because we had a conservative government in power. And that conservative government ensured your dollars were well spent. You know, we started balancing the budget. In 2008, we went into deficit, but we had a plan to go back to balanced budget, not like the current government. As has been said, the current government will put you in debt by 2022 by over $100 billion. And by the way, folks, I come from Alberta and I have an NDP government there that is now also going into massive debt. Therefore, it is extremely important that you have leaders chosen that will ensure that there is future for our children. There is future for the younger generation. There is future for the seniors, so that the health care is there for them as they're all getting old, you know. And indeed, I'm a grandfather. I got two. By the way, I'm the only grandfather, somebody said, in this leadership race, you know. But you know, being a grandfather is a great experience, you know, because they get to see, and then you think of their future as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying is here, we have had a winning formula, 2011. We have that formula. All we need to do is to apply that formula once more. And that is by making a big blue tent, by ensuring we respect your tax dollars, by ensuring, you know, that there is trust. We lost the trust, we lost the election. People trust me, they elect me. They trust my other colleagues, they elect me. See? I'm sure you join us. You know. So, folks, what I'm saying is, and from my good friend here, you know, same thing. Build the trust when you go out to win the election. So I'm seeking your trust, and I'm telling you, as part of my experience that we've done, you know, we have had a successful run as a government. And as a foreign policy guy, on the foreign stage, it was a great honor and privilege to represent Canada and you all around the world. Most importantly, I definitely enjoyed my stay in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, in Vietnam, all the way. So, now we say ni hao in the beginning or in the end? Beginning. That's okay. Go ahead. Ni hao. It's a greeting. It's a greeting. Ni hao. But again, thank you very much for allowing us to be here. All the best.
Thank you. You know, folks, at the beginning of last year, the party raised its membership fee to $25 per person. Okay? They raised our membership fee to $25. And I went on a war path. I said, if this party continues being that way, it will be an elitist party. Only those who can afford will join. And I shamed them into reversing the decision back to $15. I agree with Aaron, we can go down to $10. You know. absolutely no question about it, you know, but we need to attract people. To answer your question, Mr. Tao and myself, in the early days of the Reform Party, United Canadian Alliance, we went out working hard to reach out to these people that you're asking for. Right? And how did we reach out? We talked to them directly on the message that was important, not what was going to be what we call divisive politics. Since I've come into that parliament, the Liberals love to play divisive politics. They want to divide the Conservatives so that the Conservatives can look like the party of the extreme. Cratchit used to do it, and now Justin Trudeau tried to do it with M103. That has backfired on his face because the Canadians refuse to accept his. So the question and the answer to that is yes, go out and talk. Talk common sense policies. Conservatives are very good at making great policies. I know that because I've attended for the last 20 years. Tool came up with an idea. I came up with an idea on saying, okay, how does the Conservative get people back to job? Mr. O'Leary has been saying, I want 3.5% or 3% growth GDP. Ask him how, and he has no idea. You know, you do not go to 3% GDPs just like Trudeau said it will happen by itself. It is not going to happen by itself. You got to come up with policies. You got to come. In my province, okay, and elsewhere in the Western Canada, due to low oil prices, you know, people are unemployed. Young people are unemployed. They can't find a job. But what is the best way to get them back to work? Well, why don't you become a businessman? If you have an idea, something, you can become self-employed. It's very easy to become self-employed. But you try to go to a bank and ask for money, they'll say no. Give us all this collaterals. I have said BDC, which is our bank, why can it not go out and ask people, hey, what can we do to help you go into business, not the other way around? Times have changed. I have also said, let's start the immigrant investment program. Let them pay the $2 million, take that money and give it to young people to start business. Without that is the way, you know, we come out with policies, and that is the way we talk to them, and then they say, yes, this is the Conservative Party I want to be part of. That's how we reach out. Thank you. Folks, it's 3 o'clock, my taxi's out there,